Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me just do something here quickly, and then we kick it off. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah, shade. Oh, yeah, shade. And when you shade, when the rocket come in, let me talk about it. We're going to deal with some things tonight. Let me just turn off something here to a guest quickly that will be joining me tonight to deal with this particular matter. And EE. Okay. Right. So nice. So we inside. So good evening, Trinidad and Tobago, and welcome to Fine Point with Fearlesswarrior. And let me just share this thing. Share this. And a lot has been happening on the circuit. A lot has been happening on the circuit. Right now, we have an incident that will have transpired today with one of our ministers and a senior cabinet minister, the Honorable Terrence Singh. And yes, good evening, Boston Powers, and good evening, everyone. And I don't know why this thing is on my screen, but I don't know. Yes, so we do have a video, and I know it's been circulating. So let me jump straight into it so that you all can see what would have transpired this afternoon. But good evening, David Clark. So what would have been transpiring this evening with the Honorable Minister that was wrong? Let's go straight to that video and we're taking the presentation. Mhm, mhm, mhm. So remember to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also like, share, and subscribe, and go and register on Bounce Up, so that no song, you're not hearing no song, no song from who? Me or from the video? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. The okay. I know what went on. Yes, so I rectifying it now. Um, so let me just get it to play once again. Mm, Right. Well, it's up to them, eh? Let me see if I get this. Director, can you play that video for me, please? Play that video for me, please.
Oh, they have a car? They have a car?
Minister. So I am in St. Joseph in my constituency. 5 o'clock, hot sun, bright sun, sitting outside Nyabingi Bar opposite the church with a constituent. 2 fellows walk up to me, put a gun to my head, and rob me of my bracelet. Just letting you know where crime was reached. No, the police here anything. You don't have to get. I'm just letting you know.
All right, so he is contacting somebody, and he's letting them know what had transpired. But I don't think those young fellas who would have right. Yeah, I don't think that these young fellas who attacked the honorable minister may have known that he was the minister. Although everybody in the community of St. Joseph knows the minister Terrence, and they know that he's the health minister. But it's surprising that it's just shameful that they had to attack a minister. But these criminals have no respect for nobody. Right now they're hungry and they're really going and doing a lot of foolishness. And yeah, so they're doing a lot of foolishness, and we have to be very, very careful out there. So, but yes. So, but let me talk on it again, because as I said, we the people must give the Minister of National Security a mandate. We must give the government of Trinidad and Tobago a mandate, because at the end of the day, these criminals are getting more braver and braver and braver, and they just don't care. So now that they reach the attacking now, a minister, you know, and this minister does not work with any security, because really and truly, he's not really thinking that somebody will come and do him that. You understand? Yes, there's crime in the country, but he's surprised that they would have done that. And let me tell you, St. Joseph Police Station ain't too far from that. So I just to tell you how it can happen to anybody at any point in time, anyway in this country. And but just to talk about something on a also a crime note, the 2 cousins who were also murdered. I did get reports. Yes, I'm doing my background checks also, and you see, I am also doing my investigation into the whole matter. Well, I am doing my investigation. But it is really sad that they tackle the ministers. But that's how Trinidad, it seems to be going with these fellas and them who just don't care who they tackle once they get what they want to get. But these 2 young fellas who it was purported that well, not purported, that they were found in the dry river down in Silas area. Apparently they went to the area and they were partying. They went to the area down on that side there. And I don't know how the vehicle would have reached back in Aruca. in some bushes, but apparently it's not looking good. It's not looking good. And I will try to reach out to young brother tomorrow or someday during this rest of this week to see whether or not if we could get an interview with him to talk about what is really happening with the whole crime situation on that side of Trinidad and Tobago. And I'm also hearing reports that they also found more skeleton remains around that same particular area in Sealot's area. So this is how it is, reality adds its thing. So it is really and truly, it is really disheartening to know that the crime situation is now reached a level that they have started to attack the minister. And also, let me give you a little update on what has been happening, even with Dole, well, the guy who used to call Dole, which was the official girl, or the one who was burnt in Freeport, yes. And I did put out the information that yes, she is from Sealot. She is from Sealot, and she was staying in Mission Road in Freeport. So, but the guy, it is alleged, is with a certain bar owner daughter in Freeport, which takes you to heaven. So if you understand the subliminal way I'm talking about, you will understand what I'm talking about. So this particular bar that takes you to heaven, the said fellow who liked the young lady and his two brothers who were part and parcel of the beating, yeah, his two other brothers were part and parcel of the beating, and then burning of this particular young lady, it ain't easy. So this lady now has 3 children and Simone, and it is really, really hard rendering that this kind of thing, because one person said that you must end, it is alleged that to end the relationship. Yeah, I have close connections with people in Freeport and certain parts of Trinidad and Tobago. So I'm getting my information very correct, and down pat, because people were annoyed with the whole situation when the guy went into hiding, because they're saying, well, why it is the hiding him? You know, let him come out and give up himself. A nice girl, but it was Dole's sister who was the man down in Sealot's area who was said to be the new Dole. That was his sister, and I really want to say condolences to the family that she had to go through that tragic trauma. And she's in the hospital, and it is said that they may pull the plug. It is said that from people close to the family that they may pull the plug, and even in the hospital, because of the extent of the burns that she would have suffered on from the fire. So, and he also got some burns also on his foot. So it's a sad situation that is happening right now in Trinidad and Tobago. But let's look at the other side of it. So you get it right here. Breaking news that the Honorable Minister Terrence was robbed. And I think now that, you know, this should be sending a clear message now that it is time to clean the hell up this foolishness that is happening in Trinidad and Tobago. Whether the opposition does not want to support it or not, I think we must give again the government the mandate to do all that it must do, and let us eradicate over 3,000 plus of these so-called gang leaders and gang members. I'm not saying kill them, but let's get rid of them and change up the society, and let me deal with it in a positive way. So, yeah, we have to clean it. We have to clean the house, whether we like it or not. We have to clean it. And, he got burned because he threw the thing on the girl, and some of the flammable substance threw back, and then he got burned on the foot. So, but I'm also watching a developing story closely with this whole thing with Ricky Raghunandan. Ricky Raghunandan, and I'm looking at this thing very, very closely with Ricky Raghunandan and the HDC in a serious kind of loggerhead brawl at this point in time. One man is stating that he wants $72 million, while the corporation, HGC Corporation, is stating that shabby work, faulty work, was done on some of the 100 houses that apparently was given for a design build project called Terrestrial. So it is something that we'll be watching carefully on. But I want to know something, and this is where I realize that the public not too talking about it. But where was the quantity surveyor, the quality surveyor in this whole thing? Where was he? You see, this is what I'm talking about in Trinidad and Tobago. I can't blame the minister, because Miss Camille Robertson-Regis, the Honorable Minister of Housing, is not responsible for giving this man no contract. So how come you get this contract and there were a lot of breaches that was done, a lot of breaches that was you know, sometimes you just wake up and you just want to know if it's just mad people, or sometimes you just try to figure out where the head really is. Because here it is, this man was supposed to have a certain amount of down payment to put into HGC, and he did not do it. He did not do it. Up to this day, apparently he hasn't done it. Even though he was told to do it. And then on top of it, he never had no experience, it is being said, in building houses. Something in another here. Well, yeah. And what makes it even more even interesting is that we have a procurement, we have a procurement bill, and also a procurement process that all contractors must register, and in order for them to pick from that. So when you go on the procurement, when you go through the procurement process, all your information is put onto that, and then different ministries, according to what you're applying for, will see that particular portfolio of what you're offering, and then they will send out the tender. He got a design built. So my question is, who would have then given him that contract at that point in time? Who? And how did he Because I ain't seen no performance bond that was posted. So this thing is now in a loggerhead, and really and truly, somebody has to answer, and answer seriously, because the $72 million jumping up now like a Julie ban again. $72 million. And then on top of it, AGC is now claiming in a statement that they have to demolish some of the houses. So if they have to demolish some of the houses that the man built, and they're going to negotiate, you're going to renegotiate, because you don't want to pay that $72 million that he is claiming that he has to get. Is this another, what we call I-beam? Is this another I-beam where a man is saying that I want my money and I'm entitled to my money, but never really do proper work? Well, if it is that both two parties, and this is where it will play out now in the court, because yes, David, while you might be saying that if there's any kind of breaches in the contract, don't pay or terminate, the houses already done built. And then on top of it, he went over the time, because he was supposed to deliver the houses within a year. And he went over to 1,000 and something days, which is basically way past the time. So how come he would have been allowed to go over the time limit, breach plenty of the process in the contract, and still want to have the money? So let's see how this plays out. But I telling you, some heads have to roll inside of AGC. Somebody heads have to roll inside of AGC, because I can't see how this man could have gotten work past when the officials from AGC would have gone to the site, visited the site, and stated that, okay, yes, work was done. This is what he delivered. Okay, we satisfy with the quantity of work, and this is what we're going to pay for. So somebody has to answer that question. And this is what I'm talking about. And then they're going to blame now the minister. And it's not the minister. It is not the minister. So somebody has to take responsibility for this particular foolishness that transpired, and it's now in the public domain. So if it's in the public domain, nobody can evict him, because you have to talk about it. You have to talk about it. It's in the public domain. If it wasn't in the public domain, by then we would not know what was going on. But we know what is going on. And we can't have this amount of money jumping up like a Julie ban, and a man saying, I want my money, and some people saying we're going to break down somebody's building, and after all of them done built. So nobody, something not right. Somebody like to get grief. And that is why we're going to go. I think I want to take a trip sometime this week here and go by terrestrial and see whether or not they do allow us on the compound to see the property, and yeah, get inside it. So the numbers to call is 7376064. That's for the local, that's 868. Or you can call the international line, the 910-758-1113. And you can have your say, get in on the action, you know. Well, the Duns will make bacchanal with the, for sure. Did you see them wasting the public time in the Senate. Yes, yes, and I heard her when she talked about the fake vaccines and all the different things, and she said she's not retracting her statement. So nothing surprises me with Kamala Prasad-Bissessar, because right now, let me just give you all a quick up to date on that. 5 MPs, we know of 5 MPs who have basically been put in the back burner. Boy, you know. Right? So 5 MPs were put on the back burner in the opposition, and they are being, down to the workers in the 5 MPs office are being told, do not have nothing to do with the with these MPs. Activists are being told don't have nothing to do with the MPs, and also councillors and everybody are not even taking on the MPs. So some of them have already paid their money to try their hand again to go back up as MPs, but there's an undertone being told to all activists to stay far away from them. So that is the problem with them. So right now, there's a serious issue where they could basically, Kamala has given them the all clear, really and truly, that they can now go over and they could cross the floor. So basically, we are seeing 28 seats. And I really hope that the People's National Movement use that opportunity to talk to these fellas and then pull them in, talk with them, and because they are more for country than for party. Although sometimes there's question this fella loyalty, Rodney Charles, but nevertheless, how Terrence in you to drop a tear. No, not Rambly, not Rambly. Well, let me tell you something, The minister, when we respect to the minister being robbed, I think he realized that he's thankful that he's still alive, and it didn't go the other way. So, well, let me tell you, Rodney Charles don't smell the thing, Rambly don't smell it, Anita Haynes done smelling it, and the others are done smelling it. So, nevertheless, that is what is happening in that camp. And I tell you, we are going to keep a close eye on what is happening in this thing on Fine Point. And tomorrow we would go a little deeper into certain things. Now, let me go to the taxes now. Let me talk about the taxes. And really and truly, again, the population has no problem in paying their taxes, but I think the population was really annoyed with this week. And a lot of people call me, when I tell you people call, they cost. I said, oh God, well, why are you calling me? Call your MP. Call the MPs. Because really and truly, but I said I will highlight it. I will highlight it. And really and truly, it was really, I went out and I saw the long lines. Let me tell you something. You see this kind of heat, and then rain come and fall in, and really not just rain, thunderstorm, a different type of rain. You get thunderstorms. So the place is so humid that you're getting a thunderstorm after 12, 1, 2 in the evening. And to see all these people line up in the hot sun, religiously waiting to support the government. And when I mean support the government in terms of paying the property tax, paying the property tax, and to see how plenty of them were treated by the Board of Inland Revenue, it was disgraceful. It was really, really, really disgraceful. And to know that we have all these different outlets that people could have paid this money and just bring the receipt, or sure pay. You have the First Citizen banks. You have the Treasury building. You have, because over 400,000 houses, and people want to go and pay their money. But how could I go? And I had to go through all of that, and rain falling. Rainfall Monday, rainfall last week, it fall today. We getting rain on a constant basis in the evening time, and people have to be going through that. Well, some people took them, and then they're taking an hour break. They're taking a whole hour lunch. In this modern day and age, we're talking about cashless society. We cannot afford to have people. Well, let me tell you, remember they have something called the local government election that was held, and some of the not some, all the corporations where you collect the taxes, it is said that the money will be handled by the different corporations. So, and the Minister of Local Government did make it clear that he wants to put the he wants to ensure that the process and the law is fully implemented while it concerns the local government aspect of it. So all taxes that is collected in different particular property areas or wherever, local government reform will be coming and the process will be fully implemented. And also, let me tell you also, some of, not just the property tax, but taxes on a whole go towards paying not just salaries, but goes towards paying and doing different things, well, helping fixing road, paying contractors according to what it is. So, well, let me tell you, these things should have been thought out before making all these people go out in the sun. Because it was really, 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 really backward for people to be going out in all that sun and going through all that torture, I'm telling you. Well, Dave, I can't say. That's what the minister said, and that's what the minister said. But the local government reform, he said he's going to implement it and make sure that it is fully implemented. But that is what the minister said. I can only go based on what the minister said. And that is what the law states. And so we have to follow what it states. But nevertheless, these taxes, really and truly, the ministers, apparently it was said today that the minister will be looking at trying to establish online portals. But I think in this modern day and age, You telling me that Board of Inland Revenue do have a online, do have no online or any kind of thing? That's just crazy. That is just craziness. And you can't pay with your card, they want cash. So according to your property, and according to the lines that lining up to pay this thing, these bandits and them could make a killing, and there's no security around half of them lines. So they are basically at the mercy of the environment. So we have to be mindful of that and take that into consideration. Also, when we're trying to speed up this process. Well, you see, when you're doing these things, they're talking about these things before you do it. Eh? So, and that's where it comes down to management. 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 Right? So, the online portals, if they can establish these things by at least by this week, that will be good. So it will then free up this foolishness that is happening around the place with people walking with cash. And we say we want to go as a cashless society. I really hope that we can free it up and do have this thing happening. Well, let me just let you know that that should have been done before you bring it up. You can't do something in front and then do it and then decide you will now realize that, hey, nobody, we have to fix this, and then do it after. And there's a deadline. Planning, management, whether we like it or not, that is where it's supposed to go. Yeah. Also, let me see if I can get my guest here. Let me see if I can get my guest here. Hold on, let me see if I get my guest here because I want to deal with something that is now in the public domain when it comes to the Revenue Authority. The Revenue Authority is coming into full gear, right? Revenue Authority is coming into full gear. I am supporting it. I am supporting the Revenue Authority, and well, I guess for that. It's not. You now realize you have to dependency on the entities and don't move at their own pace, and the ministry can do shit about it. Well, I beg to defend them things, yes, because trust me, we know property tax was coming. We know we are putting things in place. Let me put things in place. But let me see if I can get on to my to a colleague here, a comrade, and somebody sent me a video here. Look, all right. Okay. That way, something is a verified thing before you put them up there. So let me just see here if I can get my. All right. So you have the link. Could you come in? All right. All right. All right. Whoa, yeah, you're flying fast. All right. All right. No problem. Yeah, so we are trying our best to get in, get our comrade to come in because really and truly, Duke is in the store in the makings again. Duke is in the makings, and Duke, my boy, yes, I call him a boy. Duke, something something has to be wrong with my partner, Duke. Because Duke bring a man, Leroy Batiste, to the PSC. In fact, it was said that Leroy Batiste was the consultant to Watson Duke, while Duke was the president. Then he come and he take the man and he put him to head the PSA. Oh God, when it's sweet, they say it's sour in the bam bam. Like everybody, Duke put the lead in front of he, or to take the charge, to head some organization for him, like there's always shit him up. Poor Duke. And I feel sorry for him sometimes, but you see when you come with your cunning behavior, it is backfiring, hit you. And that's what has happened to him. So you put Farley to lead the TTRA because you say you want to go for election in Trinidad and Tobago. And Farley turn around now and take your party away from you, mash you up, leave you like a loopy dog. Leave you like a loopy dog at the side of the road. And take one from here. That's the end of the day. And form a new party within the party. Imagine that. He form a new party within the party and get rid of the leader. That way for a palace school. If you never had a palace school ever in Trinidad and Tobago, that is where you call a massive palace school. And when they're done, people leave all the thing. And it's leaks again. Because Leroy Batiste came to court. Because you remember the retirement money? Where he say, a man is not a man until he changes his mind. Well, apparently, he partner like he changed his mind on him. Oh boy, hey, Trinidad sweet, When you're talking about Terrence and the Horner girl and the wife and all them kind of do this, well, the real bacchanal is with these fellas, These fellas living a more soap opera life and they continue in it, That Batiste came to court, the judge said, well, here what happening? You have to pay the man $18,000, half of what he was supposed to get. And then no. When they went back, because the video started circulate and put out that Duke didn't get his money, calculations done pass. But you know what was the most striking thing what the judge said? You know what the most striking thing? You see the general counsel and the delegates? You see the general counsel and the delegates? Well, I'm waiting for him to come in. It's who really had the authority. So now you can't get no money because the judge reversed it and say he had to pay back the $18,000 that was granted to him. You now have Duke jumping out now, and Duke is stating that he want the election to be called. You know, I drink the weed punch. I eat the weed brownie, and I don't think my head mess up, you know. I don't think that mess up my head because I really trying to figure out what them fellas that be really smoking. You're nothing PSA. So now Leroy Batiste, your partner, turn around on you, take away all the take away a pension from you. You have no pension to get. You say you run up in bills, you run up in bills, you run up in bills, and people threatening to take your property and this and that, the other. God do sleep. God do sleep. Well, I'm trying to figure out how we looking to make this come back. But something telling me he has something planned up his sleeve. He has something planned up his sleeve. Let me see if I can get back this my guest here because he's almost there. So let me see if we can get him. Just want to make sure he's inside. He's traveling all the way from south. The man said he would have blocked the whole TTR, the Revenue Authority, from coming into being. He had the strategy. He know how to do it. So he had the strategies on how to do it. So what I just waiting on my guests to come in, rock and come in. And let me get this thing going. Because let me tell you something. I have some questions I want to ask because it is going to be a hot, hot, hot election, which is constitutionally due this year by PSC. That's one. Two, THA is going to be in January. THA election is in January. Yeah. Just waiting on him to come in. And as soon as he comes in, yeah. So um No, I just waiting on my guest. They come in, and that should be it. But if I do get in tonight, if I do get in tonight, I want to take him tomorrow. Yes, this man is working late. He working tonight, in fact, till in the morning. So I can't say. Well, when he comes in, we will ask him if he's another Terrence. You know, Terrence seems to be the new name now. And then the honorable minister is Terrence Fiancé. Oh boy, you know, what a coincidence, eh? What a coincidence. Now he working by the farm. He working by the farm. He working by the farm. But let me see. Let me see. Well, well, let me tell you. Tomorrow is going to be heated one, and Romando Rampasad is going to be joining me. My co-host, Romando Rampasad. Make sure I have to run out to the disclaimer. Oh, so, but I don't think it's the Ministry of Health. It will be that's who, which one are the Terrans? They mean the policeman Terrans. But so what we'll do is we'll have him on tomorrow. What we'll do is have him on tomorrow. And we're going to be talking about defenders of good governance. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, the minister put it out. Okay. Yeah, well, everybody know it wasn't he, but you know what is going to that. You know what is going to that. So what I'll do is I'll leave the interview for tomorrow, and we will try to get us at least a 20 minutes interview with a good comrade of mine. We will put it out so that people will get to know that he will be on tomorrow. And also I'll be joining my co-host, Mr. Romando Rampasad, and we'll be talking leadership. We'll be talking even with the revenue and the taxation, going and expanding more into it. And also we'll be talking I think one more thing he was looking to. But when the chief whip coming back, well, he did damage himself, and you know, he's not a young guy. He's young, but not so young. So let me contact him and find out how he's going. And I have another person that I have to also contact, also that is supposed to be joining the Dauntless Defenders of Good Governance. So let me leave it for tomorrow. And people, let me just say, stay safe. Be very careful on the roads of Trinidad and Tobago. Be very careful. Be vigilant. You understand? You know, I forget what to say something with the be brave. Be bold. Be fearless. Join us tomorrow. Yeah. But I'm not getting my guests. I don't know what is happening. So, and I'd really like to go over the hour for fine point. Fine point is basically an hour of just dealing with the topic. And but tomorrow we will be going a little longer than usual because we want to get into all the different aspects in terms of the dauntless defenders of good governance. So stay tuned tomorrow night at 7:55 or 8 o'clock. Well, normally the time is 8 o'clock. So 8 o'clock, when we have dauntless defenders of good governance, and with my co-host, Mr. Armando Rampasad, and my guests who will be joining me in studio, and we will be putting out the broadcast tonight, and you will see him tomorrow, right here on Dauntless Defenders of Good Governance. Not Fine Point, but Dauntless Defenders of Good Governance. So have a blessed night, enjoy your night, stay safe, see you all tomorrow. With that, 8 o'clock, but if fearless internet, which I'm doing. Oh, well. Let me tell you something, before I wrap up. There are some good internet companies, and there are some, even though they're big and they say they're established, there are some worse internet companies. Don't even bother. Don't even bother to put your money or anything with them. And one of them, just, you're right, they must flow like the breeze. Flow like the breeze. Because I just can't understand. You're out so long and you're always breaking down. You're always, I don't know, the signal bad thing, and people paying good top money and still getting poor service. Poor service, you know, from Flow. See you later tomorrow. Oh, hey, director, before I end the show. I know you just want to play it. So you play the thing.